Every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes. Time I close my eyes.
Yes, guys, welcome. Thank you for coming in this World Cup reaction, guys. Argentina win the World Cup in arguably the best World Cup final many of us have ever witnessed. What a match. What a game. Oh, man, so intense. Edge of your seat sort kind of stuff. The emotion in this game was high. I'm not even Argentinian. I'm not even French. And I was emotional watching it, guys. You guys might have been as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, just watching Messi win the Golden Ball award, the player of the tournament, rightly so. Absolutely tremendous. Whoever won today out of him, Messi and Mbappe, I think would have won the Golden Ball today. Absolutely tremendous. That's the second time he's been awarded the Golden Ball in a World Cup as well. What a player, guys. What a damn player. He did everything today. His team almost let him down. Messi obviously getting the first goal from the penalty spot. Then it was his pass and flick that created the second goal, and that tremendous team goal that Di Maria scored. Great goal to go 2-0 up. Argentina were running away with this game. They bullied France for this final to what, the 70th minute mark, when Otamendi, does what he always does a mistake, gives you something, penalty for France. Then 2 minutes later, France equalised for Mbappe, who was world class again. And then Messi turns it up again. And scores a third goal. What more can this man do? And then again, his teammates let him down by giving away another penalty. And Mbappe, the second man ever, only the second man ever after Sir Geoff Hurst, getting a hat trick in a World Cup final. And it goes to penalty shootout. The penalty shootout is what it is, guys. It's a lottery. It's a hard way. It's a horrible way. But my God, Messi and Mbappe stepping up for their nations, taking the first penalty each, as they should do as well. And by the way, this is something I hate, when top players wait till the fifth penalty to get all the limelight on themselves. For me, your best player should always take the first penalty. Your best player should always take the first penalty. I get so annoyed when you see a Cristiano Ronaldo waiting to take the fifth penalty so they can get all the glory. You know, your best player should take the first penalty and set your team up. Messi did that today, and then Mbappe did that today. Beautiful. That's what it should be. That is what it should be. And them two guys, man, this final was all about them, you know. This final was all about them. They were tremendous. Mbappe, Messi. Don't always have to be in the game for 90 minutes, guys. They don't always have to be in the game for 90 minutes. But my God, were they when it mattered. Jesus Christ, when it mattered, it was about them. It was them two today. There was no passing of the torch today. Everyone thought there might be a passing of the torch. There weren't quite that just yet. Messi is still arguably the best player in world football right now, and he's 35 years of age. He's now won the World Cup. Does it put the goat bait to bed? I don't know. I think it puts it between him and Ronaldo to bed. You know, when we talk about that now. But then I think there's three pillars of football: Pele, Maradona, and Messi. For me, them three players probably stand alone in their own right. Them three players in their own right, I think, stand alone, and I think everyone's beneath them. That's for me. I think Messi, Pele, and Maradona are probably the three greatest ever, and then everyone else is beneath them. Everyone else is beneath them. But yeah, it definitely puts the Ronaldo and stuff to bed now. Definitely puts the Ronaldo and stuff to bed. I mean, unless you're Piers Morgan, obviously, who just can't have it. You know, unless you're Piers Morgan who can't quite have it and still says Ronaldo. But you know what I mean? You just got to let it be, Pierce. You got to let it be, man. You got to let it be. Your man went home in the quarterfinals. Couldn't do anything. Went home. Morocco. Bye bye. See you later. Couldn't do anything. Argentina. Messi has won. Messi has carried this team into this final. He was involved in all three goals as well. He basically got them this World Cup is down to him and him alone. What a player. What a player he is. This is a great picture, by the way. I might get this printed and framed, you know. That's a great picture. But yeah, it's just Mbappe's team let him down exactly. It was almost the same for both players, Danny. For Messi and it was hard, wasn't it, for both of them? And Mbappe, tremendous today, an absolute world class superstar talent. He will eventually be, you know, the outstanding player in world football once everyone retires and falls away. It'll be Mbappe on his own at this moment in time. I don't see anyone equal to Mbappe in world football right now. So it's going to be him on his own. But my God, Mbappe and Messi, they did everything to win that game today. And say Mbappe got a hat trick, Messi got two. It was the reason that he created one of the goals as well with his play. He was involved in all three games, for all three goals. It was the best thing about Argentina once again. Mbappe was the best thing about France. Yeah, and their teams, as you say, try to let them down, man. Try to let them down, but wow. Arguably the greatest final. Not the greatest, like, it is the greatest World Cup final I've ever seen. Obviously, I've not, I've only watched the World Cup since 1990, so it's the best World Cup final I've ever seen. The 1990 World Cup was boring. The 1994 World Cup was boring. This one was out of this world. But was this the greatest final? Full stop. Pause it there, guys. Is this actually the greatest final of all time? Not just World Cups, of any football final. Is this better than the 2005 Champions League final? For drama. Because for me, that's the best final of all time. But does this come close to that? Is this the best all-round football final of all time? What we saying, guys? Let me know in the chat, because I'll be intrigued to know what you guys say. It's very close, in my opinion. I've always had the 2005 Champions League final as in my opinion, the greatest final of all time. You know, when a team's down 3-0 and the team comes back in one half of football, makes it 3-all, and then you go to extra time against the AC Milan team, in theory, should have beaten that Liverpool team. Yeah, you look at player for player, the AC Milan team was just head and shoulders above us by miles. Apart from Stevie, everyone was better than us in that AC Milan team. For me, that's still the most dramatic final I've ever seen in my life, and still the best Champions League European final ever. This is definitely the best World Cup final ever. But yeah, the drama, guys. It's the drama in this game. I thought the ref was fantastic, by the way. Big up to the ref in this game. And when you found out that the ref was a former player, it made total sense because he reffed this game. It was the best. It was the best I've ever seen a ref control a game of football in a long, long time. I thought he was fantastic. He didn't penalise everything. He let things go. I think all the penalties were penalties. I thought he was tremendous. I thought that ref was. I thought that ref was fantastic. I thought that ref was fantastic, and yeah, a great game of football. A great game of football, and just a pleasure to watch. And look, I was supporting Argentina for the whole thing. I was basically Argentine for that final. I wanted Argentina to win the World Cup. Don't care to admit it. I am a Messi guy. I can't have Messi not winning a World Cup. He's too good. He's too good, man. I just wanted Messi to win the World. I wanted Argentina in the World Cup. The more I've watched this World Cup, the more in love I've been with Argentina. I've got to admit, the more I've watched Argentina play in this World Cup, the more I fell for them. The more I'm like, nah, this team, man, they're a team. They're a proper team. They fight for each other. They don't care about doing some shit hassery when it matters, but they don't. Then they got talent to, show their skill and show what they got. No, I'm all for him, man. I'm all for him. And Scaloni, the former West Ham player, only got the Argentinian job a couple of years ago because he was cheap. Argentina's FA run out of money. They employed so many people in the last 10 years to try and win this World Cup, try and win the Copa America, that they put so much money into it, it didn't work. It didn't work. So they got Scaloni in. And the only reason is because he was cheap. He was affordable. And now he's gone and back. He's won Copa America and World Cup back to back. The two biggest trophies. The two biggest trophies that you can win internationally if you're South American. Copa America and the World Cup. Big up to them. Big up to them. And just watching Messi lift this trophy up right now. Absolutely massive respect to Scaloni and what he's done with this Argentine side. Not the biggest name in world football by any means, but it just shows you don't have to be. Shows you don't have to be. And Messi, obviously the captain for Argentina, is about to lift up the trophy that has been his dream since he was a child. The only trophy he's ever really wanted to win. They're making him a sheik as well. Why not? Making him a sheik here. They're making him what he should be. He's a god after all. And Messi is going to lift this trophy up. He's waited his whole life. 35 years of age. Infantino, just give him the fucking trophy, man. Just give him the trophy. He knows what to do. He's picked up 41 trophies in his career. He knows what to do. Just give him it. He's about to lift up the most prestigious trophy in world football. It's about to be handed over to Leo Messi, world champion. He is the world champion, the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Can he do a Jordan Henderson shuffle, though? Can Messi do a Jordan Henderson shuffle? Can he do it? Ah, and there it is. Argentina, world champions. Thoroughly deserved. Thoroughly deserved. They've been excellent in this tournament. They've been great to watch. And Messi has capped off his career with the World Championship. Big up to Messi. Big up to Argentina. But Does Messi call it quits there, guys? Does Messi call it quits? Does Messi call it quits? If you're Messi now, do you retire from Argentina? You're 35 years of age. You've won the World Cup. You're probably not going to win another one. Do you just do you retire now on top of your game? Do you go right? That's it. I've won the World Cup internationally, and now I'm going to try and go and win the Champions League for PSG. Messi could win the World Cup and the Champions League this year. That ain't a beyond a. That could still happen, guys. Just think of that. Messi could win the World Cup and Champions League in the same season. Yet that'd be mad, man. That'd be absolutely crazy if he could go and do that. Yeah, everyone's just taking a lift of that trophy right now. Amazing scenes. Argentina, wow. No, stick around, says Mohammed. Lakers said at the end of the season he should. 60 in the house. How you doing, man? Mbappe looks up for Champions League 2. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mbappe and Messi playing the same side. I mean, PSG win the Champions League. Messi's won the World Cup and the Champions League in one season. That's an 8th Ballon d'Or right there. Well, he's going to win the Ballon d'Or anyway. He's just won the World Cup, so he's winning He's winning the 8th. He's winning an 8th Ballon d'Or. There's no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. And to be fair, he is arguably the best player in the world right now. Him and Mbappe. I think him and Mbappe are at the moment are light years ahead of everyone. They're the two best in the world, without a single doubt. What has happened to that guy's head? Why has he got a shaven bit out of his hair? And Ballon there with the World Cup, obviously injured coming into this tournament. There's Romero almost dropping it, typical Spurs player. Jamie, can we have a moment of silence, please? What happened? There he is, the greatest ever to do it. The GOAT, in my opinion. Big up, Panoff. Big up, Panoff. Jamie, does the Messi deserve a wall named after him? Maybe. One day, probably. Let's have some silence and think about Ronaldo and his stains. Okay, do you want to? Let's have a minute silence for Ronaldo. Hang on. Let's have a minute silence for Ronaldo. Ready? Minute silence starting now. Go. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. A minute silence for Ronaldo. I like Ronaldo as well. It's just his fans do my head in because you can't have nothing. I put a star on Messi's shirt. But big up to Messi, big up to Argentina. Look, respect to Ronaldo as well. He's one of the greatest of all time as well, of course. So we have to pay respects to him. But yeah, his fans get on my tits. His fans get on my fucking tits. I did not, Ravi. No. Did you go to McCoy's for your after stream snack today? I have not been out, my man. Why the fuck's Aguero holding the trophy? Aguero's there, ain't he? He's basically there for Messi. I think he's been rooming with Messi during this World Cup, ain't he? I think Aguero's been rooming with Messi during this World Cup. I think they Yeah, they sent him. I think they sent Aguero out there for Messi, keep him cool. Yeah, big up, big up, big up. Messi just did not want that number one's ever done. Bruce Maradona. Yeah, I mean it's all fun. Oh, Lakers, we're just having fun, man. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. It's all because of Piers Morgan's tweet earlier. That was all. We're just having a laugh. Ronaldo's still one of the greats. Still one of the greats. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But his fans can irritating. Ronaldo fanboys will turn Pele fanboys watch. But man, this has been a great World Cup. One of the best World Cups I can remember, man. One of the best World Cups I can remember. I haven't, the first week or 10 days of the World Cup weren't great, but then, man, did it really kick off. It became a tremendous World Cup, and the knockout games have been fantastic, no doubt about it. All the knockout games have been great. The final itself, what a final, a tremendous final. It's been so much action, guys. So much to enjoy. So much to enjoy. You had the shock in the opening weekend as well with Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. That was massive. Saudi Arabia beating Argentina. Huge. And now this. I mean, it's just been great. Absolutely fantastic. And the Argentina, for me, probably deserve to be world champions. But there's been some standouts like Morocco. Morocco have been fantastic for Africa. First African nation to get to a semi-final for World Cup. Finishing fourth in the end in this World Cup, Morocco. Big up to them. Much respect and love to Moroccans everywhere. And that could be big for African football as well. That could be really, really big for African football going down the line. You know, what they've done. It could be massive for African football. It really could. But you got to look at some of the teams. You look at England. England's shambolic. Today, you saw a difference, yeah? You know, Deschamps was losing that game 2-0 against Argentina. The game was getting away from him. And what does he do? He made 2 substitutions 5 minutes before half-time. Got some attacking players on the pitch. Younger, more energetic, younger players. And then he still brought more attacking players on as the game went on. And almost, because of them substitutions, won the World Cup. Yeah? From 2-0 down to 3-2 down to 3-all. Them substitutions almost brought him the World Cup. Positive thinking. Positive thinking. That's why I don't want Gareth Southgate as England manager anymore, because he doesn't do that positive thinking. You know? He doesn't do that. He wouldn't play. In that scenario, Southgate wouldn't have brought on attacking talent. We just know he wouldn't have. It would have been awful. Absolutely awful. So I've got to give it up to Didier Deschamps for doing what he did. And absolutely fantastic from Deschamps. Probably, I think that'll be his last time he's in charge of a French national side. You know, he's had World Cup win, European champions, and was it another World Cup final? So he's got a great CV. He's got a great CV. But what I don't get about Southgate in England, yeah, right? You look at all the managers, all the coaches that have gone out in this World Cup have almost quit, yeah, or left their job, right? But for some reason, Southgate stays. So the Portuguese coach left. The Brazilian coach left. Luis Enrique left the Spanish post, yeah, because they weren't good enough. But no, not us. Not us as a country. We reward failure and keep Southgate as manager. Absolute joke. Let me bring Baz in. Big up, Baz.
Big up, Jamie. Big up, people. How are we doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just enjoying remembering a tremendous World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
World Cup. Have you got enough notifications going on?
Because I've been in hospital since Friday, and I've just opened this laptop. Right. Yeah, get in there, thanks. So now everything's just popping off. I'm so sorry. Do you know what? I'm gonna mute it, yeah, for a second.
No worries, man. No worries. No worries. Big up to everyone in chat. Big up Tom Izzy. Big up Jay. Most memorable trip for me as a football fan. Learning culture and places over there in Qatar. All the stadiums are breathtaking. Big up to Tom Izzy. Tom Izzy, how long was you out in Qatar for? Because I know you went to a game. How many games did you go to? Let me know. Yeah, I saw your video. Beautiful, my man. Beautiful. Zidane will be the next coach. Yeah, I think that's lined up. Zidane looks like he's going to take the French national job. Yeah, he's Englishman's FA want him. Yeah, do you know why the media love Southgate as well? Because Southgate lets all the media come in and talk to everyone. That's why the media love him, man. That's why that's why the media won't knock Southgate, because they're like, he lets them all come in and he lets open access to the media, ain't it? So they all love him. So why they want him to leave? Yeah, big up the Baz as well.
Big up Aaron, LFC Aaron.
Go team McCoaster. Yeah, Baz good.
Yeah, well, I wanted France to win, but I was just watching it.
You wanted France, did you? You was on the French side of it.
Yeah. I'm half French, so obviously if England didn't do too well, I wanted France. Yeah, but
I didn't know that. There you go. France played well, man. Look, I was saying at the beginning, both like with Messi, like he did everything in that game and his team almost lost it for him. And Mbappe did everything in that game and his team almost lost it for him. These two players, none of them deserved to lose that game, did they? Mbappe or Messi?
No, they didn't, to be fair. I mean, overall, one's leaving, one's taking over in it when you look at it that way. Yeah. I mean, that's what was it? I don't think anyone scored a hat trick, have they, in a final?
He's the second man ever since Jeff Hurst, isn't he?
What? Yeah, Jeff Hurst. Yeah,
66. Been a long time, man.
This is it. But he's got a couple of more World Cups ahead of him, and that team do look good. They had injuries, I mean, imagine if they're playing Upper Meccano, they play three at the back. It's all over, man.
Yeah, the French squad is probably the deepest in world football. There is no doubt about that. And they're young as well. That's the scary thing about this French side. They're young. They're going to come back. Like the next World Cup, they're probably going to be favourites. You'd make them favourites right now for the next World Cup in 4 years. Because the age of that team, what's Mbappe going to be, 27?
About that, yeah.
Going in peak of his powers. You got your Camavingas in there, your two Ximenez. You got Canates. It's scary, man. It's scary and all them young boys that Deschamps brought on today as well that come on. I don't know the lad's name. He had a great game when he came on. He got the winner in the semi-final.
Oh.
First time I've seen of him. Absolutely. He looks
I know you're talking about.
He looks a talent as well. Is it Colo Maoni or something like that?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, he was excellent I think it was him. I can't. He was excellent when he came on anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find his name. I thought he was fantastic when he came on. Fofana was good when he came on as well. Yeah, they got so much talent. Much talent. Marcus Thuram looked decent. Kingsley Coman, we'll forget about him. Camavinga, Fofana, Kanate. He looked great when he came on as well. And they got players like William Saliba who wasn't used in this World Cup.
This is it.
They got so much talent. So much talent. And then the people that didn't go as well.
Kala Moani.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He was great. No one ever heard of him. I've never heard of him before. Semi-final, fantastic. And then he came on. I thought he was really good. The one player I will say that I weren't impressed with in this World Cup was Dembele.
Yeah, I think the thing with him, he looked dangerous, but it just ended. It just didn't go that bit more. You know what I mean? He just didn't have end product with his game.
Yeah, he was great at dribbling, running with the ball, taking players on, but sort of after that, he never sort of had a pass on him or
no.
It's just nor I don't remember even having a shot on goal or anything like that. It was he disappointed because I really like Dembele. I've watched you, but
Yeah,
was disappointed in his thing. But look, great final. I don't know where you stand on it. For me, it's the best World Cup final I've ever seen because World Cup finals are usually quite boring because no team wants to lose it.
absolutely. Yeah, I'll go along with that. Definitely one of the best, if not definitely the best in my lifetime. I think the last one that I watched that got me, but I was really young, was it the 1994 World Cup in
Yeah.
America when Baggio hit missed his penalty, did a
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah, that was the last penalty of the tournament as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the last one that was quite exciting because of the two teams and the players they had. They were all superstars, you know what I mean? But this one, definitely, when you look at it, like Argentina were, they took their chances, there was like open, sitters and stuff like that. And then obviously Mbappe just doing his thing. It had everything. It had everything. And, it was just the penalties at the end is just it's always harsh, a World Cup final. Do you know what I mean? To lose on penalties. But yeah, it was a good one.
It was just had so much drama. I've never seen a final with so much drama in it in my life.
Yeah.
And I got to say one thing. I thought the ref was fantastic.
Yeah.
And when they said he was a former player, weren't he? He's a former player. So understands the game. Understands the game. Let things out. I think all the penalties were penalties. I've got no problem with all the penalties.
Do you think the first Argentinian one was a penalty? I was a bit.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. It's clumsy by Dembele. As soon as a man's in front of you,
Yeah.
you can't put your legs anywhere. It's just clumsy.
Yeah.
And, I think it was a pen. I think they're all pens. I think the ref got it all right. They might be all soft, but he gave all the soft penalties to both teams. He didn't dictate one to the other. So, yeah. I mean, you could argue that the French equaliser, the third one, was there much the defender could do? I mean, I'm not sure. So, yeah, I think all of them. I think all of them were penalties. I thought he refed it beautifully. He let a lot of things slide as well. He weren't always blowing his whistle. He let some tackles happen. Ones he had to punish, he punished. It was a good World Cup. It was a good World Cup performance by that referee. I've never seen him before.
Thought it was Kalina's brother.
Yeah, I mean, he was stocky as well, weren't he? No one was going to mess with him.
Yeah.
Great display by him, and it's just a great World Cup, man. For a great World Cup to have that final, I think was a tribute to the whole tournament.
It was because the thing is, obviously, people, everyone had their opinions about that World Cup. Towards the ending, it felt like a World Cup, and this was definitely a World Cup final thing. Do you know what I mean? There was just literally it, like you said, it had everything in it, and the atmosphere, everything. It was that better.
Yeah, exactly. Paredes got a red for that crunchy tackle, Camavinga, though. I don't think it was a red. It looks worse because he went so fast through the floor.
Yeah,
I think they can look worse, but yeah, I think that was a yellow. But Paredes is a prick. Ain't he the same geezer who kicked the ball at the Dutch?
Yeah. This guy likes smoke.
Yeah.
He likes smoke.
Yeah, if Paredes actually left the ground, I would have said it was a red card. But because he sort of stayed on the floor all the way through, and his studs weren't completely up, they were sort of pointed. So I think that's why he got a yellow. But if we got a red, I wouldn't have argued it. But I thought it was refed really well, man. I don't think there's any problems coming out of it on the French side or Argentinian side about any of the ref decisions today. I thought it was just a really good game of football and a joy to watch, man. An absolute joy to watch. Argentina was scummy. Signs for champions. Scummy. You know what it is with Argentina? This is the way Argentinians are. Their football. This is, that's why they love Maradona so much. Maradona was an arsehole. You ever seen when he the brawler why he had to leave Barcelona?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what Argentinians are. They like the flair part of it. They're not like Brazil, which Brazil are the beautiful, the flair and all that. Argentina can do that, but it's also got that, we can shit house you to death and We can rough you up if it needed. We can get into you. And then they love swearing you in Argentine, don't they? The Argentine swear slang they use and all that sort of stuff. They love it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Messi started using it. I was like, whoa. This is where you know Messi wanted this more than anything, man.
Oh, he wanted it. I mean, you know, who wouldn't? You know, I mean, he's just at that point at his career. You know, I mean, that's the only thing he hasn't won. He's won it now, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that picture. I mean, that picture says it all. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Piers Morgan's such a knob. He makes it worse, yeah, because I don't actually hate Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's a great player. But Piers Morgan makes it worse when he says, yeah, that confirms it. The GOAT is still Ronaldo. How does that confirm anything? He went home in a quarterfinal. It's just, he just can't have it, can he? He can't have it.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, I think I said it earlier. I think the three pillars of football, if you put them onto a mountain, carve their faces in, I think it would be Pele, Messi, and Maradona. I think they're the three you could probably look at arguably as and then you can argue who's the greatest out of them three all day long. You know, you have many debates. But for me, what I've seen, I've seen bits of Maradona, obviously. I've seen a lot of Messi. Not seen Pele, but look, the man won 3 World Cups.
He must have been doing something good, innit?
Exactly. And he's the youngest guy to ever score in a World Cup final as well at 16, wasn't he? 1958 or something.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't knock that. Then look,
that was the first World Cup.
Yeah, and if you don't know football, everyone knows Pele, don't they? So he's like that and Viagra, man. That and Viagra. No, Pele. Southgate is a boring knobhead. Look, for me, Southgate should have stepped down, Baz. I don't know about you. Looking back at England's performance at the World Cup now, it's all said and done. England beat Wales, Iran, and Senegal. Now, if before the World Cup started, I told you England have to beat them 3 teams, you said, yeah, easy. And that's all they beat. And he keeps his job. We have played, there was something about, we've played the top 20 in the world 24 times under Gareth Southgate and only won 4 of them.
And he's still good enough.
It's just, and like I said with Deschamps today, Deschamps tried everything off the bench. 5 minutes before half time, put 2 younger strikers on, right, to change the effect of the game. During the game, he's still putting younger strikers on, attacking talent to try and change the game. And it was working. You know, when France equalised, it looked like there was only one winner. It looked like there was only one winner with France.
Absolutely.
And Deschamps tried saying, and I'm like, that's what you want. I mean, I just don't think Southgate's got that. You know, in the French game, I look at the back of that France game now, Southgate, that England-France game. I honestly do think England should have won that game. If Southgate was a bit more positive in his approach and done what Deschamps done today, he went, you know what, we can win this game. Let's just go for it and take a little bit more risk. But no.
Yeah.
So and look at all the Portuguese manager left, the Brazilian manager left, Luis Enrique left Spain. Yeah. All the Deschamps is going to leave France after this tournament. All these coaches have left these massive national sides because they didn't succeed, yeah? But we reward ours by keeping him. It makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. I'm just you know, I am really disappointed because I actually want to win something. I want my, you know, I want my nation to be winning something. And you know what? I just don't see it happening. It's, you know, it's just too corrupted. I mean, you know, we can obviously go into it at some point, but you know, this yes man mentality isn't the one. And you know, yes, I mean, listen, there are some good stuff that he's done for England. Let's not get it twisted, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, for that next step, you know, we can't keep getting semi-final, quarterfinals and stuff like that, man. We need to go out and win it because generations are coming, they're leaving. They're coming, they're leaving. You know, it's a joke.
I agree. I just don't know what we do going forward with it. Yeah, let's bring Savage in.
Come on.
Man, how are you?
Hey, man, I'm happy, bro.
Woo.
Hey, man, listen, I'm just a lover of football, you know, like that.
Yeah, Mbappe,
Nah, man. Listen, let's be honest, man. What Mbappe done was beautiful, man, but it just weren't his day, man.
But like I was saying to Baz just now, Savage, that it's a shame for either Messi or Mbappe losing that game. You didn't want either of them lose that game because they were the standouts yet again for
Absolutely.
their teams.
Absolutely.
It's just a shame. It's just a shame. It's like saying like the teams like Messi involved in all 3 goals.
Yeah.
You know, gets his team in front, and then his team does everything possible to let him down again. And then Mbappe's like, if none of you are going to do it, I'm going to have to do it. Gets a hat trick. Only the second player ever to get a hat trick in a World Cup final.
Was Jeff Hurst the first one?
Jeff Hurst,
Yeah,
yeah.
66,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's face it, one of them goals is controversial as well.
No, he went over the line, man.
So, yeah, I mean, it's hard luck for Mbappe, but I was saying as well, if PSG win the Champions League this year, Messi's won the 2 biggest trophies in one season.
How crazy is that?
That's
You'll get the
mad.
Ballon d'Or
Well,
again.
it's not even crazy, but I mean, you know what I mean? That's just like God status, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think Messi's going to win the Ballon d'Or anyway. But I mean, he's just won the World Cup, and big up, John. And let's face it, if you watch that, going back and watch this whole World Cup and look at all the Argentine results, Messi's carried them to this final more and much. He's literally done everything in his power to get him to this final. I mean, he did everything in his power to get them beating the Dutch, and then his team let him down. They were controlling this game for 70 minutes today, 2-0 up, and then Otamendi steps up. Oh, man. Otamendi, man. He's just shit. Di Maria, feel bad for Di Maria because I thought he was fantastic today. Went off, obviously. You know, he's 34, but he's had some fitness issues himself, ain't he, this World Cup, so couldn't complete the 90. That man couldn't control his tears.
No, he was crying before the game was over, man.
Yeah, the man. This is the thing. Argentinians are very emotional.
Yeah, when Mbappe scored, he was in floods of tears, bro.
Yeah, extremely emotional, man. And but is it Acuna who came on for him? Oh, he was diabolical.
Yeah, he was. He
was awful. He couldn't cross a ball.
Anyone who watches Acuna in this league and that, bro, man's just all shoulders and traps, bro. No neck. That's it, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, man.
Yeah.
It's like a really bad Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Posture weren't great, buzz.
No, and who else?
Somebody definitely paid Martinez to try and throw that game.
What is up with Lautaro Martinez?
Nah, bro.
I've been saying it quite a long time about Lautaro Martinez. I've never really rated him. Right, when people tell me about him, he's this and he's that, and I was like, is he really that good? And he's not. He's awful. And he comes on today, and that has to be the worst header I've ever seen in my life.
Do you know what? Yeah, he there's one comment in there. Big up Nadia, I think, is saying that. Yeah, what a fraud. I mean,
who's a fraud? Oh yeah, Martinez.
Yeah. There's one. I think what was it? I think Kieran was saying that he was a player to watch, and I'm not bringing you out, Kieran. I'm just saying that what I thought he would have had a good World Cup, but he was absolutely disastrous this World Cup.
Acuna got left back of the tournament, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh man, that's a bit harsh on Dybala, bro. He had like 1 minute. they literally brought him on with a minute added
and scored a penalty.
Yeah.
Wasn't he injured coming into this World Cup or something?
Yeah, he was.
Injured taking a penalty.
Yeah. He was injured, yeah. Yeah, he wasn't just coming in. Yeah.
That's mad. That's mad. Yeah, I did see Red Ben's TV's tweet. That was hilarious.
What was that? I didn't see that.
Let me see if I can find it. It's actually quite funny about Messi, but they had the 4-0 up at Barcelona.
Oh,
it was.
I thought I could see it happening again. You know what I mean? Like when the tears, and not tears, but obviously him not getting it at one stage. I think when they had equalised or Mbappe got the second, I could see it, but
blame me for Lautaro. I put a fiver in him for the top goal scorer. I mean Messi and Mbappe just like 1 minute Messi's top goal scorer, next minute's Mbappe. Messi equalises it, and then it's Mbappe again. They just them two right now in world football are head and shoulders above everyone. Mbappe and Messi for me right now. And what's mad about it, Messi's 35.
It's crazy. Isn't it?
It's just he shouldn't be, and he still is. Yeah, were they in the game for 90 minutes today, 120 minutes, Messi and Mbappe? No, but were they the difference between both sides? Yeah. So, I mean, that second goal, that team goal for what Angel Di Maria scored could be one of the goals of the World Cup because the goal, the way they played it. But it's that flick from Messi in the middle of the park that opened it all up.
Yeah.
That turn and flick pass. No one else can do that.
No one else will ever do that.
That vision. And then and McAllister, I thought was fantastic away. Brighton have got a player there till the summer, and then he's off. There's no way they can keep him. But, man, how much is McAllister going to cost?
Bro, that's a couple of, another 20, 30 mil on top of what he's...
Yeah, that's you're looking about 70 mil minimum.
He's a player, ain't he? Where did they find him from?
Their scouts are just epic.
Yeah,
They've got some...
Chelsea just nicked him, ain't they? Ain't Chelsea just nicked him?
Did they bring in the scouts as well?
Yeah, I think Chelsea are trying to get all Brighton scouts, ain't they?
Well, I don't think they'll have enough time over there, to be fair. But
no, it's got another week and it's over, isn't it? Trudon says Sky Sports presenters saying this wasn't a real World Cup because there weren't enough European fans. What?
I don't know.
What? Oh, for goodness sake. Are we still doing this now the World Cup's finished? Are we still doing this? It was the best, most well-behaved World Cup of our lifetime. No Englishman got arrested. Maybe, just maybe, the no alcohol thing they got right.
Yeah. Well, it was all lies from the media anyway, man, because that guy Davo, who's from my end and the Blues fan, he's vlogged the whole thing, bro. And when I seen the first day, there was pubs there and like English style pubs in there, but it's not by the stadium. And when he went in, it was all English people in there, and it was fine. You know what I mean? It's because you can't carry the drink around with you. It stops you drinking so much. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Just respect the damn country.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that was clock football when Mane, Bobby, and Salah used to link up that goal that Di Maria scored. It did remind me of that. Yeah, we can't do that no more. It's called a World Cup. Exactly, G-Man. It's called a World Cup, not a European Championships. It's ridiculous, man. I mean, Argentina just won their third World Cup.
Fucking arrogance, man.
It's just... I'm proper happy for Argentina.
Yeah, facts, bro.
I know. Baz is half French, so I feel for him as well. But yeah, I'm a lover of football, and when I see arguably for me the greatest footballer that's ever played at 35 still doing it, I want him to win the World Cup, and it's just I think it would have been terrible if he never won it. It just because people would never rate. I rate Ronaldo. Ronaldo's one of the greatest of all time. He, for me, doesn't need to win a World Cup still to be one of the greatest of all time. There's no doubt about it. But for some reason, with the Messi debate, it's just that, he has to win a World Cup to be regarded. And I said earlier, if you go carve 3 faces into a wall, into a mountain or something, 3 football faces, and say these are 3 are the pillars of football, the greatest, it's probably Pele, Maradona, and Messi. And then you can have your arguments all day who you think's the best out of that 3. But you got to have Pele in there. None of us have seen him, but the man won 3 World Cups.
I agree. I just go with the fact that I'm being deadly serious. When Messi had that interview and retired from Barcelona when he left, if he retired at football, then I still would have been saying he's the best footballer I've seen. So this World Cup is just added on. You know what I mean? I don't care about them little flipping these weirdos online who want to argue.
Don't it, Savage? It cements it. That's what it
does. It does, and it's a shame because you got to be a jackass to not see how good he is. So when anyone tries to, I'm like, is really that your argument that he ain't won the World Cup? Because there's the lottery of where you're born anyway for any players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's plenty of players that we've seen over the years and that.
George Weah is one of the greatest strikers I've ever seen. Never got
exactly,
to the world stage.
Like I just said, man. Haaland and Salah at home, bro. Holland and Salah sat at home, and they're probably not going to.
Exactly.
Holland might never be in a World Cup, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's true.
it kind of is what it is, man.
Ian Rush, one of the Britain's greatest ever goal scorers.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Ryan Giggs, one of
Never played a World Cup.
singers. You know,
Crazy.
George Best, we take fun, but come on, he obviously was a great player.
Yeah.
Never play a World Cup. You know, it does matter where you're born, unfortunately. You can be the greatest, right? But if you're born somewhere where your nation's never really going to touch a World Cup, it's very hard it's very hard to. You can't then claim he can't be the greatest ever because he was born in the Faroe Islands, you know.
Yeah.
But no player is better than this player from the Faroe Islands. Yeah. But you can't then put that against him because he's from the Faroe Islands. What do you want him to do? It's not fair. So, but I think when people look at players like Messi, because he is Argentinian, and Argentinian football is so big and popular, and the talent they have, you know, it's
because Maradona existed, bro. If he didn't, it wouldn't be like this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I said to Baz in the stream, man, not on a like, you know what I mean. I don't know these people as personally and stuff like that, but it would have been so cool that when it pans to the crowd, if Maradona was still there, bro, because he wasn't. Maradona's not one of them. Like, he wasn't one of them haters, in it. He still
Maradona loves Messi.
Argentina to do everything. So
yeah, he loved Messi. He loved Messi. I think I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Maradona thing that this Argentine do as a celebration to him or something when they go home.
Yeah,
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, they're gonna do something for him.
They got to, man. I mean, and he loved Messi, didn't he? He absolutely adored Messi because I think with Messi, I think Maradona saw a lot of himself in him, didn't he? So
yeah,
you know, he could do a lot with him. Oh, who cares? Oh God. Sorry, I've got my telly on, so I'm looking at the weather now. I know it's cold. Don't take a rocket science. I love. Look, Christmas weekend. This is what they put. Perhaps turning colder. What's that telling me?
Perhaps apparently it's starting to snow here in Leeds.
Yeah, you ain't had it yet, have you?
No, apparently today we're supposed to have it, but I haven't gone downstairs yet. But it's supposed to happen.
We've just had rain here. Oh. Shit, I just turned my light off. Fucking hell. Hang on. Let me turn that back on. Right, I told myself 1 second, guys. I'm just going to turn my light on.
Yeah. Bro, the end of the day, I know that World Cup was definitely a worthy, was a worthy final for sure. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, man.
How's Pablo? Where's Pablo? I haven't seen Pablo.
He's here sleeping, man.
Oh, he's sleeping now.
Yeah, I fed him after the game, and then he's sleeping now. He's tired, bro.
Yeah.
I love that picture. I love that picture.
That's a funny picture, though, still. Oh, man, honestly. You know what? It wouldn't even surprise me if Ronaldo plays in the next World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. He's about to go into some cryogenic chamber, bro, and stay there for 4 years, bro.
Well, he ain't got a club at the moment, innit? So
he's only training at Madrid's ground or something like that because he's still got a house there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Oh, he's going back to Real Madrid." No, he's not. He's just training there. He's quick because he's a fucking machine. But yeah, do you reckon? Because he wants to play at the Euros only in 2 years, which will make him 39. I mean,
but he's healthy though. I mean, he's really healthy. He's a really fit guy. So I mean, it's a credit to both. To both of them at their ages.
I agree, man. Age don't seem to be a problem for Messi and Ronaldo, does it?
No.
I mean, I'm watching a 35-year-old here today play 120 minutes, man. I know he walks around more. I don't know why people slag him off for that either. What do you want him to do?
At 35,
run
around, Modric.
Run around endlessly for like 100 minutes just so everyone goes, oh, he don't walk anymore at least. I saw Messi closing down all the time today. Yeah,
he was even defending.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, though, he's clever. what he does when he walks, he's scanning the pitch. They did that at half time, didn't they? He showed what he's doing. He scans the pitch. He looks around. So when he gets the ball, he can get his head down, and he already knows where everyone's is because he's already scanned everything. And he knows where everyone is. So he gets his head down, and also that's why he can play these passes blind because he knows, thing is over on the left hand side because I already saw it 30 seconds ago, so he's still there. So he plays it. It's quality football. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with it. I really don't.
I'd like to see what football everyone's been watching of Messi, bro, because that walking thing they're talking about, he's always done it.
He's done it his whole career. I've never not seen him do it.
It's weird, bro. He's always done it, bro.
But that's why he's not ever had massive injuries, and he's still playing at 35 at the top level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Modric did it. Modric has done it this World Cup. That's why.
Like Mbappe, bro. Mbappe don't defend, bro, and he doesn't for a reason because he's gonna do what he needs to do on the other side of the pitch, bro.
Why would you want him to defend? Just let him cheat. Just let him cheat all the time. Just stay there. Yeah, all right. We'll pull Rabiot over. That's why Rabiot's so big to the French side. You notice that when Fofana played in the semi-final, Morocco had a lot of opportunities down that Mbappe's side, didn't they, against Hernandez? Because he weren't doing the work rate of a Fofana. Yeah, the Rabiot. And Rabiot today, you could see the work rate he put in. He gets over on that side, stops the channel, stops passes being taken into that channel. He does that really well, and everyone applauds it. For some reason, when Hendo does it for Liverpool, everyone says it's shit. No, I'm not saying there's agendas, but there's agendas. You know what I'm saying? But there's definitely agendas. But yeah, I'm delighted for Messi. Yeah, he's my goat. He's a lot of people's goats.
Nadir, I'm here for that still. Messi to Liverpool. Bring him, man.
With new owners coming and get Messi in. Just for 1 year, yeah?
I'll take it for 1 year, bro.
Then he's played English football. John, are you there, mate? I think he's muted.
I like Sleepy John and that, bro.
John, I love it. John comes on, just mutes.
John Biden.
John Biden, Big up Chris Parker. Big up to you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat as always.
Big up True Tom, man. Fuck's sake.
We have Harvey Elliott. We don't need him. Could you imagine? Not in the Pep days. He did in early 20s. Messi was running a lot more. Yeah, but he's always walked. I think what Savage is saying. He's never not walked around. Maybe he does it a lot more now. But I would at least. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but Mo does it quite a lot now as well.
Yeah, but that walk, and the thing is that walking thing is not like he's walking when Argentina have the ball.
No. What they're doing, they're conserving their energy because at the end of the day, no one wants to see a tired Messi when he gets the ball.
No.
Messi knows who he is, and he's like, well, if I want to get the ball and do something, I can't be shattered. And if you see that with Mo lately as well, Mo walks around now.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm 30. I want to keep playing for a few more years. I've got to conserve my energy. So yeah, he does what he does what he's meant to do. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Really don't.
Edward, 100%, bro.
Would you take McAllister every day of the week? I just don't know how much it would cost now.
It's about 75, man. 70.
It's got to be a lot of money. He ain't staying at Brighton until next season. Let's put it that way. Yeah. But his agent's got to be already talking about moves, so I would take it. Yeah. Savage has returned to Gunben.
We got Gunben.
How close to 3K? I'm about 95 out. 95 out, I think.
All right, man. Make sure everyone in the chat subs, man.
Yeah, 95 out from 3K. I think Mbappe could be greater than Henry. I don't think he's far away from surpassing him. Is he really that far away from surpassing him?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He's got a World Cup. He's got a Euros. He's going to win.
That's where the issue is going to come in, isn't it? Because it's going to end up preference on the football. Because I think Henry's a better footballer than him, but tournament-wise and that, he's gonna surpass him. But the thing is, not just going to surpass Henry. He's going to surpass everyone, bro.
I mean, yeah, he could have the trophy haul in football, couldn't he, at the end of his career? There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. No worries, Baz. Mbappe does. No, he don't have the Euros, does he? Why am I thinking they won the European Cup? They haven't, have they? No. He hasn't won it. I don't know why, but I thought France won the European Cup. It's a while ago since they won that, ain't it? Who won the last Euros?
Italy against us.
Italy, that's it. Why did I think it was France?
I'll tell you why you think that, because France got knocked out by Switzerland on penalties.
That's
Mbappe missed.
That's it.
It was a game when they were winning the game 2-0, and then Switzerland came back, went to extra time, and then I think Shaqiri scored, and then penalties, and Mbappe took the last penalty and kicked over the bar.
That's it.
And then went out. Yeah, that was it, man.
That was all. Yeah, that was the behind closed doors Euros, wasn't it?
Yeah, weird.
That's
man.
why I don't remember it. Has anyone gone back? Honestly, has anyone gone back and watched all the closed behind doors matches?
I can't do it. It's horrible. The only time I see anything behind closed doors is when LFC put the Liverpool goals on that season, or Ali's goal on that. Apart from that, I can't watch that season.
Has anyone gone back and watched it? You know when they do the season review on Sky Sports of
horrible, bro.
And they do the COVID year where it's
bro. I forgot how bad the noise was of like the fake fans and that. It was terrible, bro.
It was awful, wasn't it? And they didn't know when to press the button, and they would cheer for a wide shot or something.
Yeah, man. And it's so clearly it was FIFA noise, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh man, big up. Yeah, the GOAT has finally won the World Cup. Messi's the GOAT. Some Barcelona fans are happy. Don't blame them. He's their boy.
I think he should go back.
Argentina. Do you reckon he should finish his career at Barcelona?
Yeah, I think he should go back.
Just end it at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Parker again with the handbags. I mean, you're super chain, so I'm good. Big up to you. Do you remember the Champions League final 2020 behind closed doors, PSG Bayern? No, I don't.
Yeah, it was actually.
I really don't remember it.
Yeah, you will if I tell you that was the Thiago final, isn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
I can't. It seems. Why does it seem like a lifetime ago?
Because the COVID thing felt like forever, man. COVID was like 2 years, isn't it? So. Because PSG, remember, the whole thing was built around Neymar and PSG, and Neymar was playing sick on the way up there, and then when they got to the final, they had a stinker, brother, and they got played off the park, and it was Thiago was in that spot, bruv, and he was just dictating the whole thing, bruv.
Gary, I don't know if that can be said. Chris Parker, big up to you with another super chat. Chris, either you like your handbags or... And he's again. Big up Chris Parker. Chris, just do one big super chat.
Just throw a tenner in and relax.
Man. Yeah, just do one big super chat and I'll read it out, my man. But big up to you. Thank you very much. I mean, I appreciate the money. Thank you. That season was dev food, but we were so starved at the time.
I don't think Man City fans watch it back either.
No.
They won it.
As Morocco fans, where the airport is. What? I'm not quite sure what you're saying there, my friend. Chris, Jesus. Thank you very much, Chris. I do appreciate it. That's the reason why we got Thiago. Yeah, I remember now. I remember. So he won the Champions League. That was the same year we won the Premier League, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then, is that when they did the Champions League in one city for 2 weeks?
Yeah, Portugal.
And they did Europa League somewhere else, didn't they?
Yeah. And the reason why that pisses me off is because we would I really believe we would have won that Champions League. We lost to Atletico in it. That was the first.
Oh, is that the Adrian fuck up?
Yeah. They tried to remember that's where they blamed. Remember they said that COVID came into England through that Liverpool game because the Atletico fans brought it. Because remember, it wasn't England. It wasn't in England yet. And then it's like, you let these Spanish fans into Liverpool, and then everyone was like, you shouldn't have let them in. But we didn't at the time. No one knew.
Hello, Chris. That's your fifth one, man. I mean, I do appreciate it all. Chris Parker's playing his own version of Deal or No Deal. Big up, Chris. Do appreciate it, man. But you can make it one big chat. It's all good. What's on with Chris Parker's YouTube glitch? I'm not sure because there's another one.
Well, as long as that YouTube glitch comes with real money, who cares, bro? Keep that. I don't mind the glitch if that money's real, bro.
Yeah. I will soon see. The knockouts were just one leg. They had to get it all done over with, didn't they?
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
Imagine now Messi wins Liga, Domestic Cup and Champions League, Ballon d'Or #8 incoming. I think he's winning Ballon d'Or #8 no matter what, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think he's winning Ballon d'Or number 8 anyway. So, bloody hell, Chris. Do appreciate it. Of course, I appreciate it. Piscart getting rid of all his loose change in his handbag. We knew they would bring Kobe. We just didn't care. Yeah, Ballon d'Or number 8. I think it's definitely look. Whatever anyone says, Messi. Look, for me, for Savage, he's the best football player that's ever put on a pair of boots. And you know, are we ever going to see the likes of him ever again? Probably not. Probably not. Mbappe could have a great career and be tremendous in this generation right now of talent. I just don't think he can get to Messi levels. I just don't. But look, he's head and shoulders above everyone at the moment. Where we've had Messi and Ronaldo for 10, 15 years going at it, I don't see anyone with Mbappe this generation. Do you?
No.
Anyone there?
Nah, you're gonna have to give me some time for the Mbappe thing now, because I just said in the other stream, like, it's quite sad to see that all of these are going to be dropped out of international football now, and then it's on the next generation.
This could be the end of like your Messis, your Ronaldos, your Suarez, your Lewandowskis. You know, your Benzema's. I mean, what is he? 36. You know, he's
that's what I'm saying. And then there's a gap in it because Mbappe's 24 now, isn't it? So it's like
he's still got to be 27 by the next World Cup.
That's what I'm saying. So the gap between is like for Pedri and Gavi and all that. They're all like 18 and 19 and stuff like that. Jude 19, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. These lot are all like young,
and they're all very equal as well.
Yeah. That's the problem, bro.
Like Pedri don't stand over Bellingham. Bellingham don't stand under Pedri or Camavinga. They're all very, very equal in their talent.
It's because usually attackers make this argument in the beginning, and then more people join, and it's normally always based around attackers. So that's what's going to have to see, the attackers in the world, and that. I'm sure that like football wise, I think we're going to have the same thing in it because Haaland's going to almost in the mold of what Ronaldo is, where it's efficiency, and they're going to say Mbappe plays nicer football on the eye. But then when you go stat for stat, because one's at Man City and one's at PSG, you really can't put it past Haaland at the moment getting as many trophies. Internationally, he can't do nothing about because he just plays for Norway. But on a club level, I'm sure when Man City do win the Champions League, it'll be under him. He's definitely going to win the league with Man City. He's going to win the FA Cup, League Cup. So he'll have everything as well. And then it's going to be based on and he'll probably score more goals than Mbappe just because of the way he plays. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
They're really going to force the Haaland thing because I've already been seeing it already. Did you see Sky Sports the other day saying that Haaland scored on his return to a friendly game with Man City?
I saw it, yeah.
But
they were doing that.
But nothing was mentioned of Darwin Núñez scoring 2 goals.
Yeah, they were doing that when Haaland was at Dortmund. To be fair, they were saying that the 2 best players in the world were Haaland and Mbappe, and I was like,
nowhere near.
At the time, I was thinking none of them are. So I don't know where that's come from. But
and if they go force it, it's going to be Haaland, and they go because they want a battle. They want what we've had.
Yeah.
So the media, Sky Sports, BT, FIFA, UA, they're all going to try and boost. They're going to need a battle because we've had Ronaldo and Messi. At the moment, Mbappe is on his own. You could probably say Messi's with him right now because he's still playing. But in years to come, it's going to be they need a partner. So they go force the Haaland thing. The problem is Haaland is nowhere near as good as Mbappe as a footballer. So, you know, I've seen games when I don't think Haaland gets that hat trick Mbappe does today.
Yeah.
When he's not in the game, I don't think Haaland scores that volley Mbappe scored today. I don't think he does it. What I've noticed when Haaland's not in the game, he's really not in the game.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. He's a thingy, isn't it? That's what I'm saying about efficiency, bro. He doesn't. He'll touch the ball once in the game, score once, and do nothing else.
But when I see, look, Mbappe was dog shit for 75 minutes. That's being truthful.
That's what I said. He literally scored as soon as I said he was stinking the place out. He scored.
Man got a hat trick. Man got a hat trick.
Yeah.
You can't. It's just no. They're going to have to throw that comparison in because there is no one else to compare. It's as simple as that.
They will do that. They will do that. But I think personally, even when we're just reading the chat, people putting in about like the media and stuff like that. I think it's time for all of us to give up on them, man. Let's stop, man. Let's start even talking about the media. Why do we even care anymore? As long as we can watch the live football, We've got us lot, bro. We've got YouTubers and
YouTube's the
and
new
people who-
media, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't need that. Like
They use us
people
anyway.
do it all the time.
They
Like
use
I'm
us
thinking
anyway.
of it myself. I'm gonna stop saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, blah blah scored this and they didn't put Saka on the front of the page, but they put Grealish." Who cares? I'm not reading that newspaper anyway. Fuck
Yeah,
it, bro.
Oh,
We can do that ourselves. If they're not gonna do it, we'll put it on the thumbnail, and it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
We already know the vibes, man. So
guys, we're going to end this video here. We're both off. So what we're going to do? World Cup's finished, guys. So you know what
it's
that
horrible,
means.
isn't it?
You know what that means.
Club
It's back to
football, mate.
Liverpool Football Club from tomorrow. It's back to Liverpool Football Club. We have got build up for the the Carabao Cup on Thursday. Boxing Day, we've got Aston Villa. It all goes back to Liverpool tomorrow, guys. So back, get ready to be bored. And
Mate.
the Liverpool chat starts tomorrow, guys. The Liverpool chat starts tomorrow. So I'll be live tomorrow, guys, with a Liverpool video. And then we're building up all week to the Man City game on Thursday, guys. And then the Boxing Day game against Aston Villa. So much love, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Sorry, it's only a short video, but we got things to do. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you tomorrow, guys, from some Liverpool chat from me and Savage. Goodbye.
Big up, man. Peace.